Hello, welcome back. Welcome back, my friends. This is Kev from Kev's Hobby Showcase, uh, and today is, of course, week two. With me covering the Giants, and well, what can I say about week one? Yeah, they came out and fell flat on their faces, and we're obviously hoping that they can right the ship today against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, which is not going to be an easy task. All right, so what have we seen so far? Well, we've seen a defense that um, is, I mean, not spectacular like we were hoping, but is still pretty good and competitive. I mean, it held held Washington last week to 21 points, and like I said in my video last week, your defense holds a team to 21 points, you can definitely still win that game. But unfortunately, what we saw was an offense that couldn't get out of their own way. I mean, couldn't get in the end zone. They actually, I mean, they had um, basically six tries inside the five to get a touchdown and couldn't do it. So let's hope that that there's adjustments done by DeBull and his coaching staff, because I mean, this might be basically, this whole season might be basically whether he stays as the Giants head coach or doesn't. So I mean, it's all on him. It's all on him and his team. So it's week two, like I said. Giants and Cowboys, old time rivalry, probably one of the best in franchise history, um, and probably one of the more heated ones in franchise history. Because I'll tell you the truth, I mean, listen, for all my friends out there who are Cowboy fans, sorry, but I can't stand the Cowboys. Never could, never, never will. So anyway, so that's why I say I cover this as a fan. A professional can't say that, but I can. All right. So anyway, so you know, the game hasn't started yet, of course. So I'll see you at halftime, and hopefully with something good to say, rather than what happened last week. All right. So see you at halftime. Okay, it's halftime, and what a difference from last week, especially actually overall. They are winning 13-10, but I have to admit, very undisciplined play today. Uh, Giants actually started off, first two drives scoring field goals, and honestly, if it wasn't for Hudson, their left tackle, they probably would have continued their drives and scored touchdowns. But very undisciplined play. I mean, I think there was one drive he had four penalties in total. They deservedly gave him a spot on the bench, and the rookie Embo, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He's been put in, and has been very. It's been a big difference since. And finally, they made it to the end zone. A nice catch by Malik Neighbors. Gave the Giants their first touchdown for the year. Unbelievable, right? Well, anyway, the defense is actually playing very well, for the most part, very well. Um, they did give up a touchdown and a field goal, but that's not really anything devastatingly bad, of course. But again, with them, I mean, there was one play where they had like three penalties, roughing the passer. Um, Also, it was roughing the passer, defensive pass interference, and I think it was offsides as well. I'm don't remember the third one, but if it wasn't for the fact that C.D. Lamb couldn't stop himself from taunting, then that would have been pretty devastating, because then it nullified the entire thing. It was repeat the down, but unfortunately, that's when they scored their touchdown. So second half, the Cowboys get the ball first. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm hoping that Dayball speaks to this team and gets them in line as far as the undisciplined play, and hopefully they can keep this going, and for the first time in about 13 games, beat the Cowboys, which would be nice. All right, so 13-10. I got high hopes here. You see it at the end of the game. 40-37 in overtime. I'm very speechless with this, because this is a game they should have won, but they gave away several times. I mean, I'm sure the professionals will say about all the good from this game, all the good from the offense, all the good from the defense. And yeah, there was a lot of good. But you want to know something? When you can't stop your opponent and you keep giving up points, and when you can't perform in the clutch when you really, really need it. I mean, yeah, they had some clutch plays, but when they really needed it, they threw the ball away to the Cowboys, intercepted to lose the game. And to bring it to overtime, 64 freaking yard field goal. I'm getting a little tired of opposing kickers being able to kick field goals from anywhere on the field. Because this has happened on a number of occasions over the last bunch of years with this team. And I for one, am getting tired of it. I mean, really, how is it that every team can get a kicker that can kick it 60, 65 yards, maybe even 70 if they even tried, but every time our kickers try to do it from that far, it always falls short? How? How does this keep happening to us? Unbelievable. Really was. This is a game they should have won. This is a game where they actually they made adjustments. Like Hudson kept on, making penalties. Very early they took him out. They put the rookie in Bowen, and he played. And the offensive line played well. They actually did play very well. Yeah, the offensive line for a change. I'm not going to put all the blame on Wilson, but it was his interception that lost the game. He had enough time to drive down and to at least get a field goal to win this, but he didn't. I just don't understand this team sometimes. I really don't. And like I said, I cover this as a fan, and as a fan, I'm gonna say this is a game they should have won, not lost. This is a game they should have won. I mean, really, when you have over 400 yards passing, you should win the game. When your offense scores 37 points, you should win the game. This is the game where the defense let us down. I mean, I'm not going to say that they played like crap, because they didn't. They actually did play well on most occasions. But when it counted to really stop them, to end the game, to just stop the game right, and get the win, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. So it's like, really, what else could you do? I don't know. I don't know what else they could do. So now they're 0-2. They're 0-2, and they're going to face the Chiefs next week on Sunday night. I'm not very hopeful in that game. I mean, I want them to win. I really do. Of course I want them to win. They're my team. I'm a fan. But after seeing today, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of good, but still, it didn't amount to a win. And that's what matters in this league, is wins. They have to get wins. I mean, at least they scored touchdowns. Finally. A couple of neighbors, one by Scadaboo, one by, who else was by Wandale Robinson. But, you got to get the win with all that, with all the stats, with all the scores. You got to get the win. That's what ultimately matters in this league, is the win. Stats, yeah, they're nice. They can get players accolades, but they essentially mean nothing. Stats are not going to get you a Super Bowl, an appearance in a Super Bowl or a Super Bowl win. They're not going to do that. Wins will get you that. So, yeah, they did look better, but still, they lost. So let's see what happens next week against the Chiefs. All right, so thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe this video and share it as much as possible. If you know any other Giants fans who just want to see, the perspective of a fan, basically not sugarcoating it, just calling out, things the way they are, and not just, saying, oh, well, this was good, that was good, saying, no, they lost, so it's not good. Then, just share it with them. All right, so, take care of yourselves. This is all, this is what I got for you for this game. Just take care of yourselves. Have a great day, and I will see you again. Take care of yourselves.